Good morning and welcome back to Get Political with Jim. Continuing from the podcast yesterday morning, we'd like to welcome back Phoenix. Good morning, Phoenix. How's your morning going?
Hi, good morning. My morning is going great, thank you.
Where exactly did we leave off yesterday morning, Diana? We had just gone over the accomplishments Phoenix had left that had an impact on other people and not just herself.
Oh, that's right.
So Phoenix, tell us about the platform.
We provided a platform for trafficking survivors to advise and make recommendations on federal anti-trafficking policies to the President's Integrity Task Force to monitor and combat trafficking in persons. Each member in the advisory council is a survivor of human trafficking just like myself. Each of us represent a diverse range of background and experiences.
It must be hard for you guys to try not to remember those horrible scenes you guys had to go through and to never forget in order to keep fighting for more people's rights, especially for children. And how does the task force monitor and combat trafficking in person work?
Well, there's actually a TIP, Trafficking in Persons Office, which is responsible for bilateral and multilateral diplomacy, targeted foreign assistance, and public engagement on trafficking in persons, which also include PITF, the President's Integrity Task Force, that is a cabinet-level entity created by the Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2005.
This both strengthens the federal policies and programming efforts that reflect best practices in the anti-trafficking field.
Correct.
Do you think you can go more into detail about the Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2005?
Of course. For basic knowledge, the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act is a comprehensive legislation which enhances the effort of survivors, leaders, governments, business, nonprofits, and faith organizations to prevent human trafficking. This act is also provided extraterritorial jurisdiction over trafficking offenses committed overseas by a person employed or accompanying the federal government.
Now that's interesting. So what are your focus themes on the advisory council?
Based on the 2021 annual report, we touched on 4 themes, which were being cognizant on the language of human trafficking, addressing child exploitation, online safety, and reducing the demands for sex and labor trafficking.
And does this speak for anything in specific?
Yes, it does. Each speaks to our fundamental human rights, as well as the key roles that systems and socially norms to play, exacerbation vulnerabilities, and emboldening traffickers and buyers who stand at the rest heinous crime.